I've always wanted to do this, always. A cartoon in the past.
What? Me and V were so excited when we first got the script because they were just so rich.
I love that it's in the 1950s.
We're in Miami.
I also love the constant movement through different realities.
When the script came in, it's written by Russell T Davies, I was just blown away by his imagination and creativity. Oh, no.
I'm very interested in cartoon history. I love delving deep into it for this. So yeah, this was always going to happen.
I am the last thing you see before you fall into the abyss.
Mr. Ring-a-Ding is an old 1936 cartoon, but kind of Fleischer cartoon, that school of animation. We had lots of shorts, which were shown in cinemas for many, many years afterwards. I can remember short cartoons being shown in cinemas in the 1970s.
Don't make me laugh!
They are quite intimidating. There's something a little bit off in them. There's something a little bit scary in them, and Mr. Ring-a-Ding had that. This like big smile, and his big bright eyes, but there was something but even in cartoon form. So I thought it was something sinister about just how animated the expression of Mr. Ring-a-Ding was. But he's inanimate. There was something really disconcerting about that.
And action.
Cartoon.
With a happy hello to you, too.
How's it done? That technology is way beyond anything in 1952. They didn't have holograms.
He is not a hologram.
It was a very heavy design process getting Mr. Ring-a-Ding ready, which is great. It's exactly what an animation house would go through if they were designing a new character. That's what was exciting about it. And it was like, should he be more pig-like? You alter the nose. Should he have hair? Is he a pig? Is he a human? Is he? You look at a lot of those Fleischer cartoons from the 1930s, kind of 1930s to 1940s, and there's a lot of characters you look at them going, are they human? Are they human? Was that a cow? So there's that lovely world of animation where you're just not quite sure what something is. And then we decided to make him a sort of pale blue on top of it, because that doesn't fit anything. That's not human, but that's not a pig, but that's not a grasshopper. So they've all got that oddness to them, that's slightly disconcerting. So he was a happy little character until the God of Light comes along in the right combination of circumstances and is reborn into this world, as we've seen happen before with this pantheon of gods. And Mr. Ring-a-Ding becomes Lux, the God of Light, and an evil presence in the world. So much fun.
Whatever you do, don't make me laugh!
We're on Earth. We bounced all the way back to 1952.
It's 1952 out there.
It's set in 1950s Miami. It was rich and exciting, and we knew that we would get cool costumes.
I mean, I love the hair and makeup. The wig is a pain to get into every day.
Oh my God.
It's also just not an era that I thought I would get to play with. It's super exciting. It's unlike anything I would ever do with my hair and makeup. So yeah, it's always fun.
We're in Miami.
At 4 a.m., we got dressed up for no one to see.
It's a great chance to dress the Doctor and Companion up. We've been having, I think, a great response to like when the Doctor and Ruby went to the 1960s, they wore those clothes. So now for them to go to the 50s, and I love doing it. I think it's something we'll always do.
So the yellow we came up with, I actually looked at West Side Story, and there's that lovely yellow dress in West Side Story, and I just thought I just want to do something like that. And she just looks amazing in yellow. And the two colours together, I mean, obviously I've used blue, and you know, he wears quite a lot of blue actually. And with him, I looked at 50s American kind of singers, and I wanted hers to sort of move well as one. That's why she has a lot of underskirts, you know, this quite frou-frou-y. But yeah, it was fun.
They couldn't decide on what wig I should wear, so there was a smaller, like a pixie kind of cut that had like little curls, and I think there might have been one that was even bigger, even bigger than this. It was just to test out different hairstyles, and also because there's a lot of running that Belinda has in this episode, they wanted hair that had a bit of movement that could kind of tell a story. And this is the one that they settled for, and I love it. Linus is so lovely. It's always nice when you read a character on the page and then you kind of see someone bring it to life. It's so touching. It's such a beautiful love story in there that's so cute, and Linus does it beautifully.
And don't tell me she's not really there. Because if that thing is real, then and so is she.
So come on, enter the projection room. This is where Reginald Pye spends his whole life, it seems. He hardly even goes home in this story anyway. As you can see, there's 2 projectors because in those days we didn't have digital. It was actually film stock running through there, and the film reels were only 18 minutes long. So every 18 minutes you have to switch over, time it to the next projector. And it was quite a thing to learn about how they did all of that.
Whenever you can have the opportunity to ground things in truth and reality, you want to. And so the projectionist is one opportunity for us to be able to do that. It's like threading a sewing machine. It's complicated, and there are lots of little parts to it, and projectionists are very quick because they've done it so many times. So we had to sort of make it look as though this was the 500,000th time that he had done it.
This is where you would rewind, you'd put your empty reel there, and literally look like a hand.
Wow.
And you'd end up looking like Popeye because one arm always does all the work. So we can take this over and show you how this...
Well, as an actor, I always love to feel like I understand the world that I'm in. When you've got something as technical like that, if you can even get a sense of what that individual had to go through to be that good at it, it gives you a feeling of authenticity and some context. And also it just fills out your imagination of what the world was like. And, you know, there was a danger involved in it, and these fire guards, and there was a sense of, oh, there's more to it than I originally thought. So it was very valuable.
If I set lights on a foot of film here, you wouldn't be able to stand there. It's the intense orange heat.
I see. And then I just noticed that Alex's hands had this sort of grey, you know, grime on them, and I asked him about that, and that's actually from using the film and the cement that they would have used to splice it together, so it'd be a little character detail. But like you've got some dark on your hands here.
Well, I've been oiling, it's the oil, it's the oil of the machine, so yeah.
It would be like that, would it?
Yeah.
Let me show that to makeup. Make a picture of your hands.
I'll grab your hand.
Doctor, what's he doing?
I think we're being animated.
Gosh,
We actually got turned into cartoons. That was really fun.
I'm all flat, and this waistline is impossible.
We gotta get out of here.
I personally watch cartoons because the way cartoons move and interact is slightly more heightened to how humans do, so that we got an idea of like body language and gestures to play with. Because they obviously have to film us actually act it to animate us, which I'm so excited to see.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
Goodness gracious, look at you.
It was really, really useful to have them performing like to each other on the day, and even though we're not necessarily completely translating their actions across because we're trying to get that kind of slightly more stiff Hanna-Barbera style in the animation, their vocal performances were great to draw off of, and kind of the expressions, and it's really coming across in how they're speaking to each other.
We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, this is quite traditional. It's drawn on a screen, but it's drawn basically in the same way as the old style pen and paper. So one drawing every frame. A couple of months of work on it, going through kind of every stage of planning and execution, and yet it's its own different style to the rest of the show, so it's its own little animated moment.
But what do we do, Doc?
I don't know. I've got a two-dimensional brain.
Yeah, when you're doing an episode with cartoons, you're going to do a bit where the Doctor and Belinda become cartoons. I kind of wanted all animation styles in it, so it was a chance to get that style animation in, that they fit so perfectly. I want to do spin-off adventures of those two in that cartoon form, because I think they just look lovely.
And I'm scared in case that means something really bad has happened in 2025.
I'm scared too.
If we break the frame and get faster,
And we get fast enough!
I love breaking the fourth wall and going into the living rooms of these Whovians who are massive fans of the show, and then getting to interact with them, which I don't think has ever been seen before.
Oh my God, it happened.
Doctor, is that you?
It's one of those stories that's all about images, it's all about pictures. It's my love of cartoons, so I felt like a fanboy writing it. So once that all starts to feed in, you think of the other things I'm fanboying about. Therefore, once you think, shall he go into a room full of Doctor Who fans, then it's kind of irresistible.
Who are you? We're your biggest fans!
Oh my God, you're real.
I mean,
Yeah, we're all fans. I'm a massive fan. I watched
Huge
this since
fan.
I was a kid growing up, so yeah, I'm a big fan.
It's been a long time coming. We've known about this theme for quite a while, and sort of the excitement of it. We've been talking a lot, haven't we? Like going over our lines. It's been brilliant. It's been really, really fun.
And everyone's been so lovely with such high energy, so it's been really fun to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God.
We're still here.
There's so many jokes in there as well.
I knew this would happen because it was leaked online.
Little sentences, you know, is brilliant. It's so well done.
But what does he not do?
Well, we don't know. Tell us.
No,
we can't.
Oh, God, you're so annoying. Lots of people say that.
It's one of those risky fanish moments. You think Doctor Who is a programme with fans? It's 62 years old now. It has fans. We all know the fan culture. You can't deny they're out there. And I'm one of them. I'm one of those fans. So it's just an irresistible moment, really.
Now go and save the world, Doctor.
I wish that there was something that
We love you so much.
Don't forget to click below to subscribe to the official Doctor Who YouTube channel.